In this episode, I visit with Allea Grummert, founder of Duet, which helps companies with their email marketing strategies and copywriting, about her presentation at Podfest Expo. Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox, back for another episode previewing our Podfest Expo 2023 speakers. Today, I'm thrilled to have Allea Grummert. Allea, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time to visit with me today.
Of course. Excited to.
Could you tell us, you don't have a podcast, but you have a role in podcasting. Can you tell us what that role is?
I'm an email marketing strategist and conversion copywriter. And my goal, my hope, and what I do for podcasters is make sure that their message gets shared outside of podcast downloads. What does it look like to nurture your existing audience through email to make sure that they know about your new episodes and ways to connect with you?
My sense is that new podcasters really don't understand that. They're only thinking about downloads. And that really leads into my next question, which is, what is the topic of your talk at Podfest Expo? And could you give us maybe a teaser or two?
My topic is 3 email marketing strategies to drive podcast downloads and boost revenue on autopilot. So basically, if you don't have email marketing set up, or if you do, but you're not really optimizing it, you're missing out on potential revenue and another way to connect with your audience. Of course, everyone thinks about social media and TikTok and Instagram and all that, but email is a really sustainable way to stay connected with your list, even outside of them being in their earbuds. So if you have things to promote, whether it's affiliates or a program or a course, email marketing is a way to do that. And you can set that up through automations. But yeah, the goal is that you have another touch with your audience, with your listeners, to drive them back to the podcast, but also drive them to related products or affiliates that you want to promote as well.
I'm going to take this opportunity to ask you a question.
Sure.
My daughter's 25 and she thinks email is old school.
Yeah.
And I think many people feel that way, but is the power of email so dynamic that it can do a wide variety of things in addition to the social media you talked about?
Absolutely. And the biggest thing with social media is that if you want to get in touch with your audience, it can be like sketchy at best. Like you can put up a story and you won't know that it went to everybody that you want to have see it. Or if you could post something on your feed and not everyone's going to see it. The thing with email is if you hit send and you have that list of subscribers, it will land in their inbox. So you can almost guarantee your message is getting out there and landing where it needs to land. And then you can get specific with that too. You can segment your so that you can send content to the right people, like personalized content or personalized offers for people who maybe clicked or attended an event or something, and they can get different offers than people maybe who haven't. Email definitely feels old school, but I laugh because every time that people are like, oh, Instagram's algorithm is messing up everything again, and then they're all like, we need to do email. And it's like, I've been doing email, guys. Yes, like email's still here. Or the other thing was that last year, like the cost of Facebook ads just skyrocketed. And so it's okay, if I can't put money into Facebook ads, how do I reach my people? By having an email list, you can run promotions, drive traffic to your site. I work with a lot of bloggers. So a lot of their goal is to drive site traffic back to their blog posts or to share about affiliates in their emails. So it's one of those things that as everything else continues to shift and change, email marketing is still a really efficient and effective way to get in touch with your audience.
Could I end by asking, what do you hope to get out of Podfest Expo 2023?
So I've worked with a handful of podcasters, but I'm excited to meet more. My big thing is like everybody has a message that they're sharing, and I want to help make sure that you're sharing that effectively with the people who want to hear it. So to learn, where does email marketing fit in with the existing conversations about marketing and audience relationships, and how can I support that? So I'm excited to present. This is my first time to Podfest, and my background is actually in personal finance. So I met Chris at FinCon earlier this fall. So I was speaking there, and now I'll be speaking at Podfest. Just excited to be able to, move these conversations along. I noticed that a lot of people have 1 or 2 big hangups with email, like they think it's old school, or they don't know what to say, or they don't know how long an email should be. And that's where I've noticed I can have some big impact, is to come in and answer those questions and get people sharing their messages through email more often and more effectively.
Unfortunately, we're near the end of our time for this episode, but I was wondering if our listeners wanted any more information on yourself, your professional services, where would be the best place for them to go?
Yeah, so my website is duett.co. That's duett.co. And there you can learn about my services. I've got an audit, I've got done for you work. But the easiest way to do that, to get in touch with me, is just to book a discovery call and we'll chat more about what you have in mind. So it's no obligation. It's just a way for us to see if the work that I do can support you.
Leah, I wanted to thank you again for taking the time to visit with me. I'm thrilled to have met you, and I'm really looking forward to meeting you in person at Podfest Expo 2023, and more importantly, listening to your talk. So thanks again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
This is Tom Fox again. I hope you'll plan to join me at Podfest Expo 2023 in Orlando from January 25th to 29th. If you'd like a discount, that information is available on the show notes, or you can email me directly at tfox@tfoxlaw.com. I hope you'll join me again for another episode of Podfest Expo 2023 Speaker Previews.